One law firm I have increasingly come across is the Mendez Law Offices. And so on the screen with me are two complaints filed by Mendez Law Offices in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida. Right now, I'm showing the complaint filed against Five Below, and then in a moment, I will tab to the complaint filed against Skechers. I previously talked about how specific and how detailed Mars Kamoff is in his complaints. Well, similarly, Mendez Law Offices is extremely detailed and specific. In fact, currently on the screen with me, they actually list out their environments. So it has operating system, Windows 10, browser, Google Chrome, screen reader, NVDA, and then they start out with a list of what they're deeming violations. And so I'll just go over their named first violation, and they talk about they first have the success criterion. So this would apply to 1.3.2. They give their explanation of that, and then they give the issue that they think is applicable. So it says when a user tries to navigate the GDPR modal, the user is allowed to navigate the entire website without closing the modal. Therefore, the meaningful sequence is not preserved. The user is not able to close the GDPR modal. And then it has the applicable WCAG 2.1 standard at issue is what they wrote. And then they provide the URL where this issue is located. And so I'm going to scroll down. Oh, and then one more thing. They actually have a link to a screen capture of what they are referring to. So this is extremely specific, and then also they're really they have a demonstration of what they are alleging. And then so scrolling down, there are a number of what they call violations, and we get to it's actually 17. And this is for the Five Below complaint. Now I'm going to tab over to the Skechers complaint. And one note here is this is submitted by Mendez Law Offices and then signed by Diego German Mendez. And then below that, it's also co-signed by Adams and Associates, and the name there is Richard J. Adams. So we're scrolling up, and I'm looking for the very end of the actual accessibility issues claim. So on paragraph 30, it states, although the website appeared to have an accessibility statement displayed on an accessibility widget and an accessibility widget plugin added, the accessibility statement and widget plugin, when tested, still could not be effectively accessed by and continued to be a barrier to blind and visually disabled persons, including plaintiff as a completely blind person. Plaintiff, although he attempted to access the statement, thus was unable to receive any meaningful or prompt assistance through the accessibility statement and the widget plugin to enable him to quickly, fully, and effectively navigate the website. And in that paragraph, the word accessibility is in quotes, I think every time. So really here you have this plaintiff's law firm is disregarding overlay widgets. And so this is just yet another strike against overlay widgets. We see in practice that plaintiff's law firms are disregarding overlay widgets. They're saying they're not effective. And so, of course, this is on top of all of the other, any numerous accessibility professionals, literally hundreds of accessibility professionals that say they are ineffective. But I wanted to cover this because the Mendez Law Offices, I keep seeing this name come up, and I think they are a newer firm because I haven't seen them in past years, but they are very specific. They are extremely detailed. And so, again, this is why you need to pay attention to detail. This is why you need to be precise. And this is why I highly recommend my ADA compliance course, because this course is thorough. It takes these commonly claimed issues and it breaks them down and tells you how to find and fix these issues. Moreover, it's prioritized and it's strategic in approach. so that you can be organized in how you find and fix issues, and you can take immediate action and lower your risk of litigation as you are working on accessibility. So you will genuinely improve the accessibility of your website, and you will also significantly reduce your risk of litigation. I will link to the ADA compliance course in the YouTube description below.